Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Website is llewellyn.com. There is a companion book with this one by Barbara Moore, if you're interested. I don't use it, but I know some people like that. So if you like that version anyway has one. This one actually has a book too, now that I notice it. You Are Clairvoyant, Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace, illustrations by Elaine Marzin. I don't use the books for tarot decks, I just kind of go with intuitive energy. So, just to be fair, in case that's something you're interested in. The website's rockpoolpublishing.com.au, so if you want that. I don't know if it matters, but I tend to not use guidebooks. That's how I learned the cards. Some people get different insights by using that. If that works for you, cool for you. I just wanted to put that out there. Ooh, whoa. What's happening here? Something fun. Alright, you got the Lover's card, you got the Ace of Cups popping up, you got the Moon card popping up, you got the Health card, Prosperity, one more. Openness, something's coming in. Alright, it's a general read. Does not have to be a new lover. Does not have to be. But definitely something you want. This card fell out. Leadership here. If you want this, you got to claim it. That's the thing with Scorpio. If you want things, you tend to just go for it. Why would you not go for this? Because somebody's holding back. Somebody's a little bit weird. Not in a bad way, but that's the Moon. The thing is, you're going to have to rely on your intuitive nature. You're definitely going to have to rely on your intuitive nature with this, because I feel like what I'm seeing happen in front of me versus my intuitive feelings are not matching, and I'm like, am I that off? I feel like, am I that off about this person, or what's going on? I don't get it, because I'm getting something their energy might be a little bit wonky. Okay, so how do I explain this? Water signs tend to be intuitive, okay? And if you're a person that's not just intuitive, but what is the word? I can't think of it. If you pick up on people's emotions easily, sometimes when you get connected or you get around somebody else who does that as well but doesn't have control of it, things can get really weird. It's just recognizing it for what it is. I don't know how to explain it. Especially with Scorpio being a water sign, there tends to be some type of empathic connection with people. You tend to kind of connect to that. Maybe you don't always want to, but it's there. The thing is, if you're connecting to somebody else who also does that, they just have this intuitive nature, they just kind of absorb emotions around them. They get very empathic, but it's out of control. Empathy is a great quality, but being empathic, where you just kind of take on others' emotions or you pull that in, if it's out of control, which usually, before people realize what's going on, it does have its moments where it goes out of control. If you have more than one person around, it can really cause some really confusing feelings, because I feel like that's what you're dealing with. So if you're kind of my emotions aren't matching, I don't understand what's going on, this person seems all over the place, or the way they're acting and how I'm feeling, the energy I'm feeling off of them doesn't seem to make sense. I think that's why. They do the same thing, but they might not have control over it, or at least in that moment. Especially when you have intuitive people who are very emotionally sensitive, and something upsets them. Every now and then they have their moments, they're human. And they get upset and they lose control of things. That energy can go wonky, and it can throw people off. Even if they're very quiet and not causing any commotion and not talking, that energy can just burst off all over the place. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like Scorpio, especially Scorpio, would understand what I'm saying. Where it's everything around you can seem calm, but you can feel that commotion and that conflict all over the place, even though nothing literally is going wrong. That type of energy. Because I feel like that's kind of what I'm getting here. Somebody's holding it together. Somebody's trying to hold it together. And on the outside, they seem fine. On the inside, they're not doing so well. And it's something where literally because they're holding it inside, that's why it's a problem. Something they should be talking about, they're not talking about. That's why it's a problem. Like literally, that's why it's a problem. This is a good person for you. Because I feel like this is a good person for you. I just feel like you might have to encourage them to kind of open their mouth. This is a good connection. I keep getting, I just want to say that over and over again. But you got the Lover's card. Like, this is somebody who really, like, connects with your energy. But I feel like it's like feedback or something. It's just not, you're not understanding what's going on with them. They're not understanding what's going on with you. The energy is just like, it's not right. It's just not right. It doesn't mean anybody's a bad person. It just means like every now and then, like this, I don't care how good you are, your energy's gonna go kahoo every now and then. It's just gonna go kahoo. It just is. Every now and then it's just gonna happen. I don't care who you are. And they're having their moment. It's throwing you all off though. So if there's more than you around, it may be throwing other people off too. Sometimes when a person like this is out of control of that energy and they get involved in a group, even though they're quiet and not doing anything, that could ignite other people who have some imbalances, and that could cause other people who have a tendency to argue to just randomly start arguments, if that makes sense. Because this could be the effect there, and that might be one of the reasons why they're not saying anything, not because they're aware of that happening, but because they don't want to get in an argument. It's just the energy. Like, I keep connecting to this energy that's all over the place, and it's just going whoo all over the place, and it's just causing this commotion. It's throwing off you. It's throwing you off. It's throwing them off. It's throwing people. If there's people around, it's throwing them off. What are you supposed to do with this? Take the reins. Okay, somebody has to take the reins. Once this starts happening, hopefully you're seeing this reading before that happens. It's taking control of the situation and grabbing that energy and grounding it and just kind of directing it. Like, if you're feeling something weird, acknowledging it. Sometimes, Scorpio, like, you're good with secrets, right? But you know how to bring things forward if you want to. So, sometimes just bringing up a conversation like, yeah, it's been a weird day, I've been feeling kind of off, blah, 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 might open the door for somebody else saying, yeah, I've been feeling kind of weird too, and blah, blah. Like, that, just starting a simple conversation, you taking the lead that way and starting a simple conversation could get the energy kind of releasing and moving on and kind of grounding out so it's not as volatile. I say volatile more in a verbal way. Like, I don't think, in most of your cases, I don't think there's going to be any physical interactions. But be careful. Pay attention who you're around is what I'm getting. The person that's good for you is not violent. The person who's good for you doesn't even want to argue with anybody. I feel like they're more likely to be silent, especially because I'm seeing the moon card here. I feel like they're more likely to be silent. They're trying to hold it together. They don't want any more problems. Maybe they just left a situation where they were just arguing with somebody and they're just like, I don't want to argue anymore today. But by calming that energy down, just bringing up the subject, you might be able to lessen it. Especially if people come forward and like, yeah, I don't want to have any more arguments today. I just feel like I've been arguing all day. Yeah, me either. Let's talk about something fun. Like, just taking the air out of the balloon, if you will. There's a lot of good energy here because you got this Ace of Cups. Like, this is somebody you have to discover a little more. They're really good for you. I feel like they want to dispel the negativity. They just might be having a hard moment in doing so. So they want to dispel it. They want to, move on from the negativity. That Seven of Wands is sometimes overcoming negativity. They want to overcome the negativity and prosper on from it. They're just not sure what to do with it. I feel like it might be out of control for them at the moment. I feel like you have the strength that you could easily help them do that. I feel like you have to talk with them to understand what's going on with them. And I feel like just your presence, just your energy might be enough to do that. I just feel like you just got to take the lead in this. I feel like your natural abilities, if you start a conversation, will take over and you'll be fine. Because it feels like you bring a lot of peace and solidarity. Solace. Solace? Is that like calm? all you have to do is move forward. It does seem like they follow your lead. I also feel like if you do this, this person becomes more to you down the road. Because I feel like this is somebody that you can be very passionate with, share some of your passions with. This doesn't have to be a romantic thing, by the way. This could be just an acquaintance. I don't know. However this person's coming in, like friend, something with employment. I'm getting like, it's almost, I'm seeing like a Rolodex flip, so I don't know what that's supposed to be. So it's like, I don't know, this could be somebody that you're hiring to do work for you, or you work with, something like that. I didn't get like an employee, or like a coworker. I didn't get coworker, I got employee, I got hiring somebody. I didn't get coworker. I don't know why, because I'm assuming some of you will. But once it moves forward, once you connect to this person and find out what's going on, I feel like this person is extremely loyal, a lot of fun, and this person like really likes you. Like this is a really good energy. I feel like this is one of those people like they don't think you know how much you help them, but when they come across people who are very helpful and giving like you are, it's almost like a vendetta for them, or like I have to make sure I do for them too. If they need something, I have to make sure I get it for them. I don't know what to say about that other than literally that's how it feels. Kind of like, yeah, that Scorpio helped me, so if they need anything, I'm bending over backwards without even a second thought. Definitely. They're one of those people, if that makes sense. Kind of like, yeah, if that Scorpio needs something, I'm there. Definitely. This is going to be one of those people you could call at 3 a.m. in the morning, and they would be like, sure, you need something, I'm here, whatever. Sure, definitely. Like, that's one of those connections. For some of you, this could be a love interest. For others, it's just one of those, it's a very intense friendship. Scorpio can handle that, because all you have to do is define boundaries, and they'll respect that. So if something comes up weird with this, because I feel like this could be one of those types of intense friendships, you could define boundaries in the beginning. If something pops in your head, just define the boundary. If something happens you don't like it, define the boundary, and it won't be a problem again. I just feel like this could be an intense friendship. But I also feel like this is also that energy, especially with the Emperor, oddly enough. Kind of like, once I understand the rules, I stick with the rules. It's kind of like that. Even though they're not really earth, they're fire. The Emperor is fire. I do feel it's kind of like a truth thing. Like, you told me the truth, so if they cross a line and you're like, I didn't like it, thank you for telling me, I won't cross that line again. That's the energy I'm getting from that, if that makes sense. Like, they respect people being honest with them. They have a lot of respect for that. Intense friendship, though. Or it could be a love affair. I don't know, for some of you, I can't really pinpoint which it is, but I guess it's because it's a general read. Because it is the Lover's card, and they are kind of highlighting, like, for some of you, this will be a love interest. Very passionate love interest, if that's what happens. So it's either a friendship or a love interest if this hits. It's strong. Very strong. Anything else? All right, are we good? I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.